Today's video is all about the local community, opening our hearts and our tables to those people around us. In our local community, about 50% of the population is native Spanish speakers, and it took me about 3 years of learning French to think, wait a second, if I want to connect with my local community, learning French doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Learning Spanish makes a lot of sense, and that's when I turned to Babbel. Hang with me for just 60 seconds, my friends, because I'm going to share with you the #1 language learning app in the entire world and share with you how to get 6 months of it for free. Babbel has over 10 million subscribers worldwide, which is a big deal. They're so great for learning a new language because they use real people, language experts, native speakers, and relevant dialogue to teach those of us who want to learn how to speak a new language in a format that we can actually learn. They even offer live classes through Babbel Live, which you can add to your existing subscription. This is a language experience that's tailored to you. Our family is learning Spanish through Babbel together. We interact with a lot of native Spanish speakers, and the kids are anxious to be able to converse with them in their native language. They're learning from Babbel how to interact in a meaningful way, and that's a blessing to both them and those that they're speaking with. This human connection is everything. Estamos emocionados. Learn a new language with Babbel by clicking the link right now, right below this video. Make sure you use that specific link because when you purchase 6 months of Babbel, you'll get an additional 6 months for completely free. Connect more to the people in your local community and join me in learning a new language with Babbel.
A few days ago, I found myself aimlessly wandering around the farm. My heart was heavy, and my soul felt more than a bit burdened by the world. Many of you who follow our story a bit closer over on our podcast know that some of our dear friends lost their 5-year-old daughter to brain cancer in March. My heart has been absolutely grieved by their loss and what the future will feel like for those who carry such a heavy burden. Then last week, another friend of ours was abandoned by someone who she loved dearly, and she was left to face whatever would come next without that security. My heart was grieved deeply for her. The weight of what surrounds us all can be very heavy. The world can feel burdensome and cruel. So I found myself feeling angry and bitter, and I don't like when I get to that place where I focus on the negative. But I'm human, and it happens. Emotions can be deceiving, and so redirecting them can be very important. Stuart very kindly asked me what I needed, and I said through my tears to go to the mountains. Step 1 in redirecting emotions can be to take a step back from present circumstances to gain some perspective. So we loaded up the car with a few water bottles, the kids, and our cameras because when I have a camera in my hand, I automatically begin to focus on what is positive. It's what I capture and what I want to see through my lens. Immediately, as we began walking through the hills, the sense of suffocation lifted, and I immediately thought of the Scottish hymn, "I to the hills will lift thine eyes." It goes like this. I to the hills will lift mine eyes, from whence doth comes my aid. My safety cometh from the Lord, who heaven and earth hath made. Thy foot he'll not let slide, nor will he slumber that thee keeps. Behold, he that keeps Israel, he slumbers not nor sleeps. The Lord thee keeps, the Lord thy shade on thy right hand doth stay. The moon by night thee shall not smite, nor yet the sun by day. The Lord shall keep thy soul, he shall preserve thee from all ill. Henceforth thy going out and in, God keep forever will. Here, all around us, was the magic of the mountains expressing with the balsam root and the wild lupin the wonderful glory of their creator. The sky remains, the mountains remain. They have been kept steady and strong. As we drove back home, hearts filled and burdens feeling just a wee bit lighter, I knew it was the perfect night to share our table. We practice hospitality here in our home a lot. I learned long ago that in order to have real community and fellowship with others, we need to let them in not only when times are good and we're feeling like it, but when times are hard too. The table is always open. This garden, this table, this farm, we didn't put all this work in just for ourselves. We did it so that we could be a place of restoration and refreshment for those in our local community, for friends, for travelers, for those in need. This was a much better place for my heart to focus its efforts than on the trials of this world that I cannot control. This I can, and this is good. Years ago, when I was pregnant with my fourth baby, I was in the pits of young motherhood, and I was in a particularly difficult time. Our close friends invited us over for dinner. I waddled into their house, so very pregnant and so very grateful to have the night off from cooking. Their older girls took our younger kids under their wing so that we could sit peacefully, and Travis told me to sit on the plush velvet couch that they had in their dining room. So chic. He brought me some sparkling water and a stool for my feet and some small finger foods to enjoy while Mindy finished cooking supper. And he told me, take a load off, rest. Tonight, we're here to serve you and to fill your cup with whatever you need. Yes, he actually spoke those words to me. Tonight is our night to take care of you. So I did what any normal pregnant woman would do, and I wept. I sat there on their couch and wept, so grateful to have people around me who could lift me up during difficult times. And I went home with a full belly, a full heart, and renewed vigor to keep on going, because in that moment, Stuart and I couldn't carry it all. We were drowning in babies and farming and difficult circumstances. But our local community, our people, they stepped up to help. The reality is our burdens are heavy in this life. There are difficult moments and hard circumstances. And that moment reminded me that our burdens are bearable if we help each other to carry them. Having somebody to your table might seem like a very small contribution in a very big ocean of grief, but I assure you, it is not. And so reinforces my mission to feed the people. Tonight, that meant homegrown lamb marinated with herbs and spices. All of our friends working through hard circumstances come to our table, and if they can't come, we go to them. We pray for them, we nourish them, we offer what comfort we can, and we fill their bellies. Others have and continue to do the same for us in our weak and heavy moments, and it's made all the difference. It may look like just a table of lamb and cookies and Costco-bought baguettes, by the way. Maybe a nice fresh garden salad. Oh, and good wine. But it's so much more than that, isn't it? P.S. One of my very favorite ways to spice up a store-bought bread loaf is to make an herbed butter. Just soft butter, whatever spices and herbs you have on hand. Slather that on. It always makes the people happy. Turns out people really like bread. P.S. Chive flowers make a beautiful accompaniment to a spring salad. Our local communities are more important than ever. Our loved ones, our friends, our family. What has the last year taught us, if not this? And even if it means a dozen kids and paper plates and extra dishes, hard conversations, deep empathy, it also means filling and fellowship and a piece of restoration. It means love, kindness, gentleness, and mercy. It means we're a community and we're not alone. And it means that we can make it through these deep valleys together. My encouragement to you would be to open your table to your community, to those people around you. Don't expect to be good at it at first. It takes time, but it's so worth it.